Here is the all-new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE. Here is the newest model from Toyota. The Grand Highlander is a large mid-size SUV and has a ton of room inside. Adults will love the third row because it is pretty roomy. The new Toyota Grand Highlander is a smart, fuel-efficient choice with room in all the right places. It carries 8 passengers in comfort and is packed with the latest infotainment, safety, and driver assist technology. The Grand Highlander fills the large gap in Toyota's SUV lineup in size and price between the mid-size Toyota Highlander and the full-size Toyota Sequoia. In this video, I'll be going over what trims are available with the Toyota Grand Highlander, what safety features you get with this XLE trim, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and the pricing. If you guys are new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Starting with the different trims you can get when it comes to the Grand Highlander, you have 5 models to pick from. This includes the XLE, XLE Hybrid version, Limited, Hybrid Limited, and the Platinum Hybrid Max. The Canadian trims all come in all-wheel drive, but in the US, you do have the option of getting a front-wheel drive. Each of these trims will have their own unique features and options, as well as exterior looks and interior looks. Now, as for the safety features you will get with the Hybrid XLE trim, this includes the rear cross traffic alert, and with the Toyota Sense 3.0, you also get the lane departure alert with steering assist, full speed range dynamic radar cruise control, front to front risk detection, sway warning system, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, left turn oncoming vehicle detection and braking, blind spot monitoring with safe exit alert, risk avoidance, which is the semi-automated emergency steering to avoid pedestrian, cyclist, or a vehicle. Taking a look at what powers the Grand Highlander XLE, this one has the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. This gives you a combined with the engine and electric motor 243 horsepower and 177 pound-foot of torque, with capabilities of towing about 3,500 pounds when equipped properly. Fuel economy wise, you get about 6.6 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and about 7.4 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. The front of the Grand Highlander is massive and bold looking. At the bottom is this black plastic piece and these little cutouts on the corners. Now the grille area is huge on this and it's part of what it makes this thing look bold. You do have these corner sections where typically you would have fog lights on like the Limited and the Platinum trim. Also is the front sensor at the top section there hidden away, and above is the Toyota logo along with the mini closed off grille. You've got this chrome piece that stretches out across the front and right below the headlights, and these are the LED headlights that do help make the Grand Highlander stand out. Coming to the side of the Grand Highlander, you can see the size of this SUV and it's a tank. Up top you do have these silver roof rails, and around the window trim it's all black. Also are the body color door handles. The side mirrors do come half body color and half black with the turn signal. Along the bottom and around the wheels is this black plastic, and I think adding gloss to this would have been nice and make it pop a bit more. As for the wheels, with the XLE trim you get these 18-inch alloy wheels. Now coming around back, the rear is just as unique as the front. The bumper is all black plastic and has the reflectors. It's a clean look since the exhaust is hidden underneath. On the tailgate is the HEV plus this nice little graphic, all-wheel drive, Toyota, and the XLE badge, and also the Grand Highlander lettering on this is in this body color trim piece. All of this ties into the rear lights, including the black trim around the logo, and the tail lights are designed nicely and also look very sharp. Up top is the spoiler that also adds to the look of the rear, and opening up the tailgate, even with the third row seats up, there's still a decent amount of room back here. And let's say you're not using the third row and you decide to fold the third row seats down, this opens up a ton more space, as you can see. Also, the third row seats do recline a bit, so people back here can be pretty comfy. Lifting up the carpet area, there is a privacy cover that you can utilize and some small space for your things. Coming into the rear of the Grand Highlander, you do have a pretty clean door trim area. At the bottom, you have some space to store your things and cup holders. Next to that is the speaker. Up by the door handle area, you do have another section here for more cup holders, and above you do have this piece in a different texture, which does help break up all of the black. Also, you do get the window shades as well on both sides. And let's start off in the third row. To get back here, it's pretty easy. You pull on this tab here and the seat just moves forward. So back here, the seats are actually a good size and not just made for kids, and even the legroom is pretty decent. If you do need more legroom, you can move the second row seats as well. And back here on both of the sides, you do get your own cup holders and USB ports. As for the second row, in Canada, you do get this bench seat, so you can have a total of 8 passengers in this vehicle, but in the US, you can either get the bench seating or captain seats. On the sides of the second row, you do have this handle and 2 latches. The first one is to move the seats forward and backwards. The other 2 are to fold the seat down, so if you need even more space to move things, you can fold the second row down and even the third row, which opens up a lot of room in this vehicle. And as for these second row seats, these are pretty comfy, and here you have kind of this perforated like middle section, plus the second row does come heated. And in the middle area will be the cup holders. Behind the passenger seat are mat pockets for additional storage, and on the rear console will be the rear climate controls and USB ports on both sides, along with a 12-volt outlet. Coming to the front of the Grand Highlander, it's exactly like the rear, but you do have this big granite trim up here, and then the usual window and side mirror controls. As for the front seats, these are exactly like the second row seats and are super comfy, and you can see how cozy these seats look. And just like the second row, the front seats also come heated. Also, the seats on the XLE trim does come with these soft deck seats. The front seats do come power adjustable as well. Underneath are just the pedals, hood latch release, and the gas cap button. Above will be this small area for storage, then the auto high beam, heated steering wheel, and the tailgate buttons. Up by the steering wheel is the trip and the cluster dimmer buttons, and the steering wheel is manual adjustable. Entering inside the XLE, the dashboard has this hard and soft material and speakers on the corners. Then is this 7-inch digital cluster area. This is pretty clear and responsive. On here, you can go through a bunch of different things about the vehicle, and each menu will have other things within it. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and is heated, like I mentioned. On the left side will be the cluster controls, phone, volume, and Bluetooth buttons. The other side has the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep, and media buttons. Behind will be the lighting controls and the front and rear wiper controls. The center armrest is pretty unique on this. Typically on a regular vehicle, this whole thing would open up, but on this, only the middle portion slides back, and you do get a good amount of deep storage space in here with a 12-volt outlet. Also on the armrest will be the traction control, different modes like eco, sport, and normal, trail mode, EV mode, and the hill descent controls. On the center console, however, will be the electronic parking brake and auto hold, along with the front cup holders, and you have extra space by the cup holders as well. And in the Grand Highlander, you get a total of 13 cup holders. Then is the shifter wrapped in leather. Up front is more open space plus a wireless charging area. Above is the start stop button and 2 USB ports. Then are the usual temperature controls with the front heated seat buttons, and you can also control the rear climate from up here as well. Then you've got this nice looking 12.3-inch touchscreen. This is like the rest of the Toyota lineup, which is very easy to use and navigate. On this screen here, you do need to subscribe to use the map, but you can use your phone with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Next is the media section for your AM and FM. Next is the phone section once you do have it paired up. Then is the vehicle section where you can see more information about the vehicle. Finally is the settings section where you can add different profiles and fine-tune other settings. Up top is the mirror, interior lights, and SOS. Here is the key fob and what it looks like for the Toyota Grand Highlander. Coming around to the passenger side, on the dash you have this open area for extra space and another USB port next to it, so if you want to charge your phone, you can just leave it in the storage area. Also, you have the usual glove compartment for even more storage, and at the bottom you do have this small little section which you can utilize as well. There's no window sticker for this Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE, but this does start from about $57,000 Canadian, and this may be minus any dealer discounts and manufacturing rebates if they're being offered. Well, that does it for the review on this all new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE. Let me know what you think of this. Do you love it or do you hate it?